This is video number 2 for Access Module 3 in the Shelly Cashman book on Microsoft Office 365. We're on page 3-17, changing a number field size in Design View. So we want to open the navigation pane. It's already open. If it's not open on yours and looks like this, just click on the arrow here to open it up. We want to select the Veterinary Vendors table. We're going to make some changes to its design. Right-click on Veterinary Vendors, and we're going to go to Design View. And the column that we're going to change, the field that we're going to change is the one called Quantity. So go to the left of Quantity, get your fat black arrow, click on it to select the entire row, to select the field, and then some of the properties of the field are down here. That was originally created as an integer, which meant we could only have whole numbers in it. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the field size box down here, flip over to page 3-18. Currently it's a long integer. We want to be able to represent decimal fractions in this number though, so we're going to change it from long integer to single. We're going to choose single. Single will give you the ability to represent very large numbers, but with only 7 digits of decimal precision. So change that to single. The format, we're going to click on the down arrow over here, and we're going to make that fixed, so it'll always display the same number of decimal places. And then for decimal places here, instead of auto, we're going to change that to 2 decimal places, so it'll always be displayed with 2. Now we get this little property update options box that opens up here, and what we want to do is we want to update decimal places everywhere quantity is used. Go ahead and click that option, and it will always be updated. So there's another place here where it's used, and we want to choose yes, it will be updated on that form as well. So when we go to that form and open it up and we look at quantity, we'll see 2 decimal places. Now we're going to add a new field to our database table. Flip over to page 3-20. If necessary, open the navigation pane, the Veterinary Vendors table in Design View, and we've already done that. It wants us to close this, so we'll go ahead and close this. Okay, we want to insert a new field here. Currently where quantity is, we want quantity and cost to be pushed down. Click on quantity here on the left side, right-click on it, choose Insert Rows, and we'll get a new row inserted. We have to give this field a name. The name is going to be Product Type. Hit the Tab key to move over to the Data Type field. Click on the down arrow here, and we're going to use the Lookup Wizard to look up the value for this. Select I will type in the values that I want. Click on Next. In the first row of the table, we're going to type VAC. Click down in the next row, type in MC. Hit the down arrow or click down in the next row, type in SUP. And now that takes us to the top of page 3-22. Click the Next button. Make sure it says Product Type here in the field name. Make sure Allow Multiple Values is not checked. Click Finish. Close the table to save the changes. Yes, we want to save the changes. So what that will do is allow the user to input the value that goes in that field. The user will get to pick from one of those 3 values that we just typed in. Now at the bottom of page 3-22, we're going to add a multi-valued field. Let's go to the top of page 3-23. We want to open the Appointments table in Design View. So let's make our navigation pane visible. Right-click on Appointments, choose Design View, and you should see this. Select the row selector for the treatment number. Click the Data Type arrow to display the menu of available data types. Again, select the Lookup Wizard. Select I will type in the values that I want and click on Next. Click in column 1, type in T-1, then enter the remaining values from the table at the bottom of page 3-22. So when you've got T1 through T14 typed in, now you can click on Next. And this time we're going to turn on Allow Multiple Values, so turn that checkbox on. Click on Finish. It's double checking to make sure we want to do this. We really do, so click on Yes. And then close the Appointments table. Yes, we want to save the changes. And the next thing is to add a calculated field. So go to the top of page 3-24. We're going to go back to the Veterinary Vendors, right-click on it, go to Design View, Click in the blank row under cost. We're going to call this field total amount. Tab over to the data type. Click on the down arrow and select calculate. So we're going to build an expression here. It'll show up here. It's kind of like entering a formula in Excel. Double click on quantity to put that up there. Type a multiplication symbol and asterisk. Then double click the cost field. So it will calculate that field as being the quantity multiplied by the cost. Go ahead and click on OK. So we won't enter that. It'll calculate it for us. There's really no need to do this, though. You can do that in a query, so there's really no point in storing that in the table. Okay, now we're at the bottom of page 3-25. Click the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar to save the changes. And close the table. And that's the end of this video. We'll pick up with mass changes in the next video.